Luke, I am a farter.
You're an idiot.
So let's talk face panties. You can take that off now.
I think it's cute. What does it say? I like dogs and maybe 3 people. My little stinker.
But that's the point. These little face panties, it's all well and good. I'm not saying they do nothing. But these cute little masks and cute little whatevers. And this isn't a horrible mask as far as that goes. It's,
It's like a t-shirt.
It's got 2 layers. Yeah, it's like a terry cloth type of a thing.
No, it's like a t-shirt. Like
What's
cotton.
a t-shirt? Isn't that terry cloth?
Terry cloth is like a washcloth.
Anyway.
Like a towel. This is like a t-shirt.
But even an N95, again, how much are these actually blocking? An N95, a lot of people don't know what that means. It means it blocks 95% of those particles.
10 minutes.
But 95%, that's like a 1 in 20 shot. If you're really that concerned about it being deadly or being sick because of it, think of it as taking a revolver that has 20 shots in it and putting one in there. Would you pull the trigger? If you really believe it's deadly, even an N95 mask is going to let one of those through in every 20. So even less these face panties that you just buy off Amazon or whatever else. Now this one,
I bought this so I could be trendy though, not because I thought that it was going to actually be,
and they make you wear them in some places.
Well, and then they're making them fashionable.
But if you're worried about safety, these are the ones we use, for example, when we're in a car, because we deal with a lot of old cars, old mouse crap and whatever else, and mouse pee, and you're dealing with hantavirus. You're really worried about that it could kill you.
Yeah.
If you, not that every car is full of hantavirus or nothing like that, but if it has it can kill you. It's a high rate of death. These are P100 or N100 also, but the P100s and the N100s block 99.95% or something like that. So it blocks almost all of the contaminants, the particles, the possibility of those particles. And in fact, one of the main, it's not just the filter, it's these seal around your face, and you can do a positive and negative test to see if it seals. By positive and negative, I mean one of these is intake, so you cover up these holes because these just pop off. Twist off there.
They just click on, don't they? They twist on.
Yeah, they twist on. There we go. But you cover up these holes and you suck, and that's a negative test. And it sucks to your face. And a positive test is you cover up the exhale hole and it seals as well. Now, obviously, the one with the exhale hole does not work for protecting against other people. This is only for protecting you. So if you want to protect from other people, you'd have to have one of these that doesn't have a breather hole in it, and it would filter both ways. But these are the only thing that are going to really protect you. Not only do these face panties or even an N95 block all the contaminants going through, but they don't cover around your face where it is going to, there's no seal. And an N95 has no seal really. I mean, it can get close and you can push it down. It's got the little metal in the bar and you can push it down close. But there's no seal like this it has.
You know, we live in a community where they're not mandatory. Like, there's one place that, has...
DG.
Yeah, Dollar General, that has a sign on the door that says you need to wear them. But grocery store, everywhere else, are like, whatever.
And very few people do.
And even with our increase of COVID-19 in the county, they're not really... They're saying, to be more cautious.
And by increase, we mean,
Wash
yes,
your
there's a
hands.
lot more percentage-wise. But if you have 0 cases, and you get one,
Well,
you've gotten a massive increase percentage-wise.
and
So we were at one case, and now we're like at quite a bit, quite really, but we're at 100 and something now.
yeah, we've got more cases, and I think part of it is just the season has changed. People are inside more. School's back in session. People are people are putting their guard down a little bit, not washing their hands as much. But what I was gonna say was, when we do go to the big city, we go to Walmart or we go somewhere that is mandatory, like you have to wear one. And I have noticed that when I do wear a mask, I have other ones than this, just plain black ones. When I do wear a mask, it is kind of irritating just to have something on your face, and I'm like really holding back from like touching it and messing with it and pulling it off. And I feel like that can be more contamination than anything, because maybe you don't have someone coughing or sneezing right at you, or whatever, but you've touched something, and then you've touched your mask on your face, and it's just more of a risk.
Yeah, and here again, very few places require it. Even DG, which says they require it, a lot of people walk in there. We don't throw a tizzy about it. If they say they're going to require a mask, what's the big deal if we throw
Yeah.
on a little mask like that and go in? It's
Yeah.
whatever. It's an irritation, but I'm only going to be in there for 5 minutes, so who cares? Get whatever I need and get out. But it's if there's, I'd say at least half the people or better go in there with no mask and they don't say anything. It's not like it's a big deal.
Hmm.
But then again, a rural community is different than a city as far as than an urban community or even a suburban community, when it comes to the populace makes a difference in the square miles. And maybe you'll talk about that in another video because it gets so dang political.
Hmm.
It's ridiculous. But the populace, if you've got 100, maybe I'll say this in that other video we do too. If you've got 100 cases in, let's just say 100 square miles of a county, and that would be a big county. I think this county's probably half that. Maybe it's, so let's say there's 10,000 square miles, excuse me. 100 by 100 would be 10,000 square miles. If it's 100 miles by 100 miles. And you have 100 cases in that, and those people live all throughout that, they're not in that community. They don't need to go to the store every day. They don't. The odds of you crossing paths with someone is a whole lot less. Versus if you're in that same, say 10,000 square miles, and you have, just throw out a number, 1,000 cases. There's more of a case. Or if there's 10,000 cases, you obviously have a way greater chance of running across someone who is infected. So population density does matter. It's just obvious. So
The reason why we've had an increase to, not only are people letting their guard down, but they don't want their big hospitals in the big cities like Fargo and Grand Forks to be full of COVID-19. And so they've also had an increase there. There's an increase all over the United States, but they have been moving some of the contaminated people up into these smaller rural hospitals, and then that's spreading it around too. So, that's also how they're counting the numbers, is because they're
Right.
here.
That makes you wonder, did they double count that then? Because if they were in another area
I
and they
think
were sick,
everybody's counting right now is off.
I'm just wondering. I'm not trying to be a conspiracy theorist. I'm just saying, how do they keep track of
What are
that?
those-
Because if somebody gets sick in Fargo or they get sick in Grand Forks, and let's say they ship them to a neighboring county hospital, well, now that case has moved. So do they subtract it from where it was
Yeah.
first counted and then move it to where now it's counted there? Because you can't say today we have a case in this county and we have a case that was yesterday in the county over there. I don't know.
What are those old time calculators? With the little
Little
wooden
beads,
things that you
abacus?
have. Those. That's what they need to be using. Yes.
But anyway, unless you got P100 filters, you're not stopping at all. You're not stopping at all. and you've got one that seals around your face, you're not stopping at all. But as Tiffany said before, the election's over, so now they've come out with the vaccine, and all it needs is, what, 60 to 80% of the people to take it to get herd immunity? Because I know a lot of people won't even do the vaccine, but
So is that the video?
pretty much.
Oh.
Unless there's something else you want to add at the end there?
No.
Well, that's all we had for today. It's like 27 degrees. We got like 2 inches of snow. Yesterday? And today we're at a dip before it warms back up a little bit. So we're like, hey, let's do a video and quick. And continuation of our restoration of the other house will be following.
Update. This is, what day is this? The third day? Second day? I don't remember. It doesn't really matter. We have completed 2 turrets, and we're on the one over here. This one. We tore that off, but we've got to move that ladder to either this one. Probably we'll tear this one off and move it around the house. Anyway, I want to stand back because Chad has been working on the peak, or the, what do you call those? Those turret caps, those spires. I don't want to get run over. I need to zoom out a little bit. I wish we could get some good sun. I'm going to go to the other side and see if I can find a... There we go. We're getting some shine on that now. The copper. Put copper spires on there instead of these tin looking things. We have copper ones now, and it looks so much better. I'm really excited to see what this house looks like with all of them done, and the roof and paint, and my pressure washer should be here by the end of the week. Thank you, Amazon. And then we have to get a paint sprayer. But I think those top dormers, I'm going to paint all those by hand, and then the rest of this will spray. And I've got some yard junk to do too. I'm going to cut this tree down, or at least trim it a lot. Take this tree out. There's a bunch of little trees I need to pull out that have been transplants from last year. Yeah, she looks fine. Looks good. This is the first step of repairing the topper.
The hailstorms have done a number on these things. So like this one was totally broke off. We just took a rock, wrapped it in aluminum foil, quite honestly, crumpled it up to where it was tight, beat it on the ground with a hammer till it was tight, and then the bottom half of it was there, so it was right size, and we just glued it in.
So he just sands this down. We already got a little video that clue to that, so. Ready to go up there?
No. I'm sick of it.
You're not excited?
No, it sucks.
It does. I know. But we're already...
It's so slow.
2/5.
We're like maybe getting 1 done a day. I think it took us 3 days to get these 2 done.
But we've been taking breaks because it's so hard. We've been taking breaks during the day when it's hot. We stop around noon, 2 o'clock, something like that. And then we don't come back till about 5. So we go home, take a shower, take a nap, eat a good meal, relax. And then when it cools off, we still got about 4 hours to work, so that's not too bad.
Because you can't be up there, it just tears up the roof.
Yeah, it's just too hot. And I don't like working when it's too hot. It just takes the life out of me.
Well, more importantly, you can't do anything. You just tear up the roof.
The next morning, I'm trying to get behind the sun. Behind the tree, so the sun is not in the video. But Chad is up there tearing off that turret. We've already got the other side almost done, but we don't want to move the ladder over there because it's actually closer to this one. Today is really hard. It's really tough for both of us. We're just really beat. Tired. How you doing?
Crappy.
Crappy, yeah. At least he's got his rope on. He's standing on two boards. There's so many nails in that turret for some reason, more than the other ones. I don't know why they were just nail happy when they put the old shingles on whenever they did that job. But it's really, really hard. So I'm just trying to do some prep work down here. I've got most all the ice and water cut for this one and the other side. And probably gonna have to go get some more materials. Starters here, everything's ready. I just need to pack some shingles. And I'm tired, guys. I'm really tired. I feel for him. It's hard. I'm gonna walk to the other side. God, it's so high up there. I was just up there. And I don't know if this is gonna be a very good angle. I can't video the other way on the other side because the sun is right in the camera. But I was just up there and Chad said to do a little update. I just packed, I think, all the materials, the shingles, the ice and water, the starter. I always have nails up there, to the very top. And I have to go through the house and I put everything in black, like big black garbage bags, so I'm not tracking gravel and all kinds of garbage through the house, so which takes longer because you have to break the bundles apart. It's just a lot more work. He got the cap off and now he's just getting the remainder of the, try to zoom in here, the remainder of the old shingles that were under the cap, and then I think we can start.
Good, you can zoom in and you can tell me if I got it off because I can't see it.
I don't know if I can either. Yeah, that's sickening to watch it through the screen. Yeah, I don't think you got it yet. There's just a couple pieces. This is actually, we worked Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, today's Wednesday. This is day 4. So we're a little behind schedule from what we wanted to be because we wanted to get one whole turret done a day. So if we complete this one today, like today and tonight, we will be closer to our schedule. So I'm hopeful for that because we did the other side almost completely except for the front. But it's getting really hot. It's almost noon and we usually stop around 1 noon, depending on where we are on the roof, because we just start tearing up the roof. And I mean breaking through the ice and water and not tearing it up. But tearing it up. We just start breaking things. So we take a break until it gets a little cooler and then we come back and finish. So I don't really have much of an update other than that. Dogs.
And they told me to shop this way, not this way. Shop this way, not this way. And don't blow me a kiss.
The wind has picked up a little bit today. I'm going to do another update. This is Saturday. I don't know what day we're on, but we got the 4 turrets done, the spires done. We have the one on the back. We're going to start that now. We've only got a couple hours to tear off the top and get the spire done. We'd like to get it done today, but there's a sale we want to go to, so we've only got a couple hours, and then we'll come down, do the sale, come back, finish it. But anyway, yesterday we didn't do anything up here much because it rained in the morning. We went down to get our paint mixed, and we started to, when I got back, I started to scrape a little bit right here just to see how, you know, easy or difficult it was going to come off. And pressure washer is supposed to be here Tuesday. So we're gonna really get going on it, hopefully. These turrets seem like they're kind of discouraging. Like, they take forever to do. Like, you're just not getting anywhere. But as soon as we get them done, and then we start to make progress, we feel like it will feel, you know, like we're getting somewhere. So the plan is to get the turrets all done, and then through the weekend, and then our grass hasn't been mowed in like 2.5 weeks. And it's getting kind of crazy long now. So we're gonna spend the weekend, I think, just trying to get that last turret done, get all of our properties mowed, and then next week, early in the week, when we get our pressure washer, we can get those top dormers painted now that we've got the paint mixed and ready. And then we'll order a sprayer. Amazon will send me one, and then I keep saying because it's still really early. I'm not very concise with what I'm talking about. Once the dormers are done painted and obviously roofed, we'll do the main part of the roof then. There's just gotta be some progress. It's exciting. Okay, it's 8:30 Saturday night. We started this week shingling for these turrets, and we finally got them all done. So tomorrow we'll have a day to mow grass, just like I was hoping for. But I'm gonna walk around the backside so you can see. These get a bunch of bushes. Lilac bushes. They're really pretty when they bloom. We're gonna have to take some trees out, I think. You can see, no, you can't see. Barely see that one, but they're all done finally. So now we're gonna paint those dormers. First, we've got to get the old paint off, but I'm so grateful to have that done. It's hard.
Look what I found. He's got no spot on him. Oh, don't fall down there. I gotta get my glove. Boy, he's quick. Come here. Yeah, come here. Pretty amazing, actually. Got all those little... Oh, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to pick your hair off. Come here. There we go. I don't know what these things are called. I need to look them up. But usually they're brown with like a red spot or something. And the old farmers around here will say, depending on how thick the little spot is, means how long our winters are going to be. So if this is... Does this mean it's all white, meaning we're going to have a really long winter? Does this mean we're not going to have one? Or maybe he just hasn't morphed into what he's supposed to be? I don't know, but it's pretty neat to see him all blonde like that. Anyway, I want to give you guys a little update on what we're doing. We took a day from the roof to come mow grass out at the farm. And I'm going to let this little guy down here. I don't want him up here. You need to come with me. Yeah, you need to come with me. Yeah, come on. You don't listen very well, do you? I'm going to stick him over here where we're not going to mow. He's going to fall, probably. Don't fall, don't fall. There you go. Okay. Sorry, it's so loud. So we've mowed just a little bit here. And then there's Chad. We're just mowing around some of these vehicles. And did you die?
I got a gas can.
Oh, there's fuel in the back of my truck. And then I'm mowing with that rider that's over there. And it's not going too bad. I was nervous about it because it's pretty tall out here. Some of the weeds are as tall as I am. I'm just over 5 foot, so. But
hopefully, I think we've been out here about an hour. And with both of us, we haven't done too bad, I don't think. It's just a rough ride. But I've done all this, and then Chad's just snaking through the cars with that zero turn right there. I can't even see my screen, so I don't know if you can see that, but yeah, that zero turn, that's what he's on. So, I don't know. We'll hopefully get it done today, at least far, hoping. That'd be nice. I'm dead, guys. I've been out here for almost 7 hours. And my allergies, I feel like my chest is going to be exploding, but I can't see my screen. The sun is in the way, but these are really tall. This is. They are, I think they're taller than I am. We've done a lot. I'll walk and show you around. We've been selling cars, whole cars. So that's been really nice. This is what we've done. Everything that's mowed is what's been done. And this yellow field, I'll show you what that is. I'm gonna video, probably be bright in the sun, but this yellow field is actually canola, like canola oil. That's actually rapeseed. I hate that word, but that's what it is. This flowers will, they bloom. That's probably partly why I'm feeling and sounding the way I sound, because I'm right next to this field. But when these go to seed, and then they dry out, and then that's what they harvest them for oil, canola oil. But it's really pretty. I mean, the yellow field, you get that next to a flax field, it's just beautiful. I ran out of gas in my machine, so, and we used 6 gallons already. That's all we brought. Mosquitoes are so bad. This is an old cab over. I don't know if I've had this in a video or not. I think. Sorry, it's a rough walk. This is an old cab over. I think it's a 56, I think. That sounds right to me for some reason, 56. Runs. Chad's gonna use this for something, but it's an old semi cab over. Not just a pickup cab over, like a pickup frame and chassis. But it's actually semi. Pretty neat. I don't know why my phone is glitching a little bit. The mosquitoes are starting to get bad too. It's almost 7. And I'm hungry and I'm tired. Can't breathe. I'm glad it's not too hot, but I am sunburned because I'm not smart and wear sunblock. But I'm going to shut this off and hopefully he'll either run out of gas or have mercy and let's leave. We got our pressure washer yesterday. Hopefully you can hear me. I'm just going to make this very quick. It's sitting there on the roof. Chad's up there and we just started spraying off the first dormer. And it works pretty good. We're trying to be really careful with the little trim because they're very delicate. But he's getting off amazing, so it should go pretty quick. But I'll do another update in a little bit.
So all the turrets are done now. We're trying to power wash them off. I'm taking a break because it gets cold after a while. So I'd say we're blowing about 90% of the paint off. Now Tiffany's on the vestibule roof there. Doing that second story. So just an update where we're at. We ordered that thing on Amazon. Because my other one had a Ryobi one that really kicked butt, but it got condensation in the tank and then it wouldn't run right, and I just didn't have time to mess with it, so we just bought another one. So hopefully we can get the dormers done today, at least, and she'll get some done on this level, and I guess we'll see where we're at. So we've got all the turrets blasted. And that blue there in the main section, it just about took off most of it. I probably blew off maybe 10 of those little ornamental things, and a nail holds right in this area. Oh my goodness, my finger's big. Right in there, those little, it's hard to point to that. Those little squares there. Anyway, each one of those is an individually cut piece with one nail in it. And some of them were split, and then by the time you hit it with the power washer, it blew them apart. But the front of it's blasted off. And Tiffany's working on this roof right now over the vestibule, blasting it off. It's got like a snow seal on it. I don't know what we'll put back on. Probably rubber. Would look best, probably. Actually, roof would look best, but I don't know if I want to do that. We'll see. See how hard it works. At least underneath the eave, most of it was pretty solid. Right here, it wasn't. The paint was flaking off pretty good right through there. That's the update for today. Okay, just an update. I got this front end all on the high side, power washed off up there. This stupid camera. Okay, just an update. I got that upper side to this all blasted off. As they say, it's always darkest before the dawn, and it's looking pretty dark. Tiffany's over there power washing the lower section. We kind of trade off. But that's the update. Getting ugly.